So, David, we want to talk a bit about solstice today. Perhaps that's a good place to start because that's a very pivotal moment in the course of our year. Would you like to share a little bit about what a solstice maybe actually is?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Kesenya. World turning. You can see it's on an axis there.
Yeah.
There's the general line of the equator. Because we're going around at a tilt. What do you mean we're tilted? Well, we're tilted in relationship to the sun. And this is what causes tropical astrology in the tropics. Let me draw the line of the sun. Boom, you see it hitting like a laser pointer, hitting right there in the Pacific Ocean. And if that were like a laser pointer burning a line on the Earth, you would get the line. It would go right through Australia, and that would be the
Tropic of Capricorn.
Tropic of Capricorn. And so this is when the Earth is in a particular relationship to the sun, where the tilt is most towards Australia in the southern hemisphere, and the South Pole. The South Pole never points directly at the sun because we'd have to keep tilting even further until Antarctica was pointing straight towards the sun. But this is where the South Pole is most pointed towards the sun. And so we reach that on a specific day of the year. You've already alluded to it. And the calendar is actually what's slipping around. When we get back to that exact same point, it's the solstice. But because that turning that we're doing, that turning on the axis, we don't turn an exact 365 turns to get back to that exact same point. So the calendar slips around a little bit. We turn like 365.2424 times. So therefore we have to have a leap year to add an extra day if it was 0.25, then you could add an extra day every 4 years with no problems. But because it's 2424, you have to leave out a leap year in years that end in 00. So there's our familiar zodiac diagram. Where will it end if it starts on the 17th of December and lasts for 1 week? On the 24th.
Yeah.
So the 24th is that the point of winter solstice? No. Winter solstice usually falls on either the 21st or the 22nd.
Yeah.
20th. We move the calendar around a little bit to try and keep it there. But most of the time it's on the 21st. So if you might be wondering, well, what's all the fuss about the 24th? Well, if there's a 3-day pause after the 21st, then when does the sun get reborn? Or when does it turn back around? When does the year really have its second birth? At midnight on the 24th. Because the 3-day pause after the solstice point, then we get to the midnight, was the very lowest point of the earth, of the sun, under the earth.
Yeah.
If you're standing somewhere and it's midnight, then the sun is exactly, directly down beneath your feet. That's the lowest point. And after that, it's all uphill. Mm-hmm. We're going back towards the top of the year. So Saturnalia is like the celebration of all the, the plunge down. Yeah. It's a lot like Halloween as well. Halloween is at 40 days after the equinox. That's the plunge down into the body.